Hey guys, welcome to Cruising Tarot. Alright, let's go ahead and get to it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, so I can continue to grow. I'm going to do a quick reading on each sign. This is going to be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and then the other signs will be in separate videos. So only air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or if you're dealing with the Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with Aquarius. Let's see what's happening with Aquarius. If I can move this box out of my way. Hold on a second here. Alright, so Aquarius, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what we need to know about your love, right? General love. This is an extra message for singles. This is an extra message if you're taken. So hopefully you're not both. Anyways, then we're going to go ahead and talk about career and money. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about family and friends. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about, let's go ahead, what the heck? Blessings and obstacles. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. I'm also on that TikTok if you want to check it out. Let me go ahead and pull an oracle of your energy for the month of October. This is October, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. So let me grab these out of the way. And we grab these out of the way. Kind of, sort of. Alright, so how is Aquarius feeling like? In the month of October, the overall energy for you guys. October, is always around the corner for me because I love Halloween in October overall. I don't like pumpkin shit. I don't know why. Like everybody, okay, I told myself to stop cussing as much, but sometimes I can't help it, guys. All right, so I don't know why I don't like to care too much for like pumpkin pie. I can eat some things, but not a lot. Some people go cray-cray over that shit. Like the pumpkin Starbucks thing, I don't understand that. Let's see here, but for some reason I love October. I love scary movies. I love my scary movies. And in the movie theaters, The Conjuring, another Conjuring movie's coming out. That's, oof, I want to watch that in the movies so bad. Okay, so here we go. Aquarius. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about this. There's an oracle deck on Etsy. It has Adam's family, all kinds of, like if you look up horror oracle card deck, and it has Jason and all kinds of stuff in it. Oh my god, I want that, but it's so expensive right now. So I think it's like $100 for the deck, and I'm like, nah, I can't spend that kind of money on a deck. But they're awesome. Also, Elizabeth on Earth is also on Etsy, and I really would love their self-reflection cards that she has. The fuller deck with 80 some cards, and then the 24. I'm not begging, but I'm kind of. But anyways, here we go. I don't want to spend that kind of money right now. I can't. But my birthday month's coming around the corner. Is June, by the way. Okay, so let's go ahead. Overall energies, gifts, right? I mean, it's literally don't be blinded to your gifts. This talks about literally a gift, being appreciative of what you have, what you may get, also, but not be blinded. You do have more than you realize, right? The overall for a love, singles, taken, right? So, okay, so let's see. For the overall energies, cause and effect, what is this about? I'm going to change the angle again. I don't like this. I thought I had it, but I hate it again now. Okay, are we going to say anything to Aquarius? Like, what the hell? What else? Wow. Okay, so here's the deal. Maybe this has to do with a gift or not appreciating what you have at home. Okay, Aquarius, or you had once upon a time, and you could have had, right? The reason I say that is because there's cause and effect here. There's some kind of consequence too. And it's over some kind of punishment or crime, and then has to do with your connection. So in the month of October, you're going to pay the piper when it comes to something you did not appreciate or something you got you shouldn't have had. that the other person that felt like you, why did you accept this gift from this person or this compliment? It could be something petty or small as that, or something bigger. Sorry. This is what it's telling me, guys. I don't do the La La Land type of tarot. I do what you need to hear, truth and clarity. What you need to hear is what I focus on. Okay, so don't be an ass. If you're single, let's see what we got here. What do we have for my singles? What do we have for my singles? Dang. All right, so you might be dealing with someone who's non-committal. Someone you felt like you had a commitment or saw a future with. It's almost like you guys may, for some of you guys, this person may want to talk to you a little bit again, but someone's a little too sensitive about this. Or I hate to say it, but I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this, guys. It could be that you know now there's someone else, or somebody here has already have another connection, talking to someone else, and someone's really in their thoughts or minds about this, and may be very sensitive topic when it comes to this. I have a feeling for some of you guys, you're single, and you notice that the person you were in a commitment with, or seeing a future with, or already gotten divorced or separated from, is already with someone else. All right, so let's go ahead and take the taken. What's the taken? Let me pause this. Let me shift this a little bit. Okay, that might be just a tiny bit better. I still want to be able to see my air signs, which you kind of see, but all right, I like that sign. All right, so let's see what we've got. I wonder if I can put it somewhere else. I'm gonna see if I can just put it right here. You can really still see it. Air signs. There you go. Okay, so if you're taking, let's see what's happening with you guys for the month of October that you need to know about. Okay, so for some of you guys, you are asking, what is the point? What's the purpose of putting so much effort and keeping so much hope? And when I mean this, I don't mean it like for the whole connection. I mean, it could be the whole connection for a few of you guys, but I'm talking about, let's say you are trying to save up. It could be something specific in your connection, not the whole connection, if that makes sense. So it's like, let's say you wanted to save up money for a new car, right? And you've been putting a lot of work and effort, and the other person has been sabotaging it. Let's say someone's been sabotaging, like if the other person is overspending in somewhere else, and you're like, what is the point of making so much hard work and effort if there's no hope for this? That's where you're going to be thinking about October, or almost like you're finding meaning. Why put so much work into something anymore? It's like the hope level is changing for you guys when it comes to this. All right. I'm kind of considering pulling some oracles. I don't even know where it's at. Okay, hold on a second. Let me look for it. Why is this over here? Okay. There it is. Okay. This is the month of October. And I forgot to get my oracle card. I mean my tarot ones, but I'll just do these right now. I'm gonna do a special, I think, in October for tarot, like the Monster or something like that. Okay, what else do you need to know about love for Aquarius in the month of October? Anything else before we move on? Anything else? Okay, there's something about being careful how you express yourself. Doesn't matter if you're single, you're taken. Doesn't matter. Just be careful how you express yourself. Mean whatever you're going to mean, be humble, but make sure it's deep. For some of you guys, you're not deep. Don't be superficial, or you may be taken as not real or deep, and somebody wants that. For some of you guys that are dealing with someone, or this may be you wanting to deal with something real. I don't even know how to say that. Okay, Let's move on to money and career. Okay, what we got for money and career? Fairness and fairness and balance. Alrighty, let's see what's happening with that. What's happening with fairness and balance? I don't know what it is about the Irish accent is so cool. Scottish accent is so cool. But anyways, let's see here. What is happening with the fairness and balance for my Aquarius in the month of October when it comes to money and or career? Okay, so fairness and balance. I don't know if there's going to be some kind of justice here or someone demanding for some kind of truth and clarity. And it could be related to your money and or work. Let me just give you an example. Let's say at work, maybe you or the other person that you guys are in position. I think someone's asking for some kind of balance and fairness here, obviously. But it's like someone's saying, oh, well, Aquarius ain't doing their part. Aquarius is being blah, 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 blah. It's like someone's giving someone that matters to you when it comes to your money and your career some kind of harsh communication about you. So someone's talking shit, complaining about you or you about someone else in October. So I think it has to do with someone feeling like they don't do their part. And this could also be, let's say, if you get a benefit or you get some kind of monthly income, whether it's retirement or disability or child support, it doesn't matter. There is some kind of fairness. Something's going to be reevaluated. You're going to get a message to this, and it's not what you hope for. You may have to fight for it. You may have to, what is the word here? To challenge whatever decision is going to be made. All right. Someone's calling for some kind of fairness here. All right. And this talks about gifts still. The overall energy's gift is something that you get and you feel very blessed to have, whether you see it or not. So, okay. So let's go ahead and continue with family and friends. And we have the present. What about it? So I'm making this video right now in September, beginning of September. So something in the beginning of September is happening that's going to be affected, or you're going to see the outcome in October. So that could be it. And it has to do with some kind of promise or a bond that you have with someone, a family or friends that's going to be ill. So let me tell you something. Okay, so something right now in September is happening with someone that you're connected to in your family or friend circle, or they're connected to someone. And there's some kind of your connection or bond will go south in October because it's something that will happen in September that will kick that off in October. It's what it's just telling me. All right. And yeah. So I don't know what's happening, but something is happening. All right. So what is your blessing? Your blessing. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to finish pulling these and I'm going to do some oracles and then a yes and no at the end. So stick to the end of Aquarius so you can see if you have a question on your mind. All right, let's see. Your blessing is, what is this about? Okay, your blessing is something you hope for deeply, intensely, a lot. Something about deep inside, something about it was linked to something else. Whatever this is was linked to, like, it's a wish, but it's attached to something else. I don't know how to explain that. Let's say you're wishing to get a job, but then you have a spouse that has to do something in order to be able to have that. So there's two pieces to get this wish. You're going to see a success to this, the first steps of success and or direction to this deep wish. And you're going to start seeing things are going to be more flexible and you're going to be making changes towards this wish. That's awesome. That is something you kind of wanted for a while or deeply desired for. And you thought it wasn't going to happen. It may not always happen exactly how you expected, but it does happen though. See, you have blessings. Oh, but let's see an obstacle. Oof. Okay, what is this illusion about for Aquarius? See what's happening. And if you guys can, please hit that like button, comment, and especially subscribe. And that way I can keep getting motivated to give you realistic, straight to the point readings where you get truth and clarity. All right, so this is, okay. I think this is tied to your blessing, right? I think you're even though it's coming true, and even though you're going to start seeing the first steps of success for this wish come true for you, there is something that you are in la la land when it comes to your home. You are in la la land in your current situation. What do I mean? You're the one who needs to be more flexible. So let's say if I'm wishing to get a house, a nice big house somewhere else, and then let's say that the house, becomes affordable, like really low pricing. I see like, whoa, it's like it's meant for me, like it's a sign I need to take this, well, it's saying now that it's really up to you. You need to view your current situation for what it is and be flexible, make those changes so you can get it. So just because now is really cheap now, let's say for what it is, and it doesn't mean you're going to guarantee to get it if you don't actually start taking action. So if I don't go and apply for a job, or I don't go bid for it, or I don't go for my house for sale, how do you expect it to happen? You have to make the changes. I think the obstacle is for you to get out of your head and expect things to be handed to you, or expect like a huge sign. You're gonna have to do something about it for yourself. I don't know, something kind of like that. And you're in some kind of illusion. So let's say you think your home is valued. I'm just using my example that I came up with. Like I think my house is worth $500,000 and this house is worth 500, and I think it's gonna be a wash thing. No. You have to be realistic of your current situation in order for these changes to happen. All right. Okay. My dog's outside barking. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull some oracles for you guys. Let me see, how are you gonna be feeling in the month October? What kind of feelings are you gonna be going through? Or your overall feelings, whatever comes out, or what are you going to be dealing with, Aquarius? Did it flip? All right, so there's some kind of feminine energy around you. They're going to start seeing true colors. For some reason, I want to say it's either a friend or somebody at work, like a coworker. Or if you have a really good friend at work, there you go. And I'm not saying like, oh, she's going to backstab me. That's not what I'm saying. Maybe there's a side of this person that you never even considered. Or you would never have thought that this person would do a certain thing or be a certain way or treats people a certain type of person different. I don't know. And then you just see that and you're like, now I'm starting to understand a lot of things about this person. All right. So someone you've dealt with before, someone you didn't have contact with, someone ghosted you, something ended, you just never finished something with someone. I don't know, something like that. All of a sudden you're going to hear either like rumors about this person that are going to be shocking to you, and you're going to feel like, dang, I dodged, I dodged a bullet, kind of thing, something like that. Or you're going to hear things about this person talking about you too. Like you didn't expect that. Like they're going to be talking about you, or all of a sudden they're going to reach out to you. All right. So I don't come up with these cards, guys. Some of them are just ridiculous in my opinion, but it is what it is. So I think your faith is going to be tested. You're going to be pushed to stick to some kind of belief or standard, because in the month of October, because someone's going to test your limits, someone's going to test your boundaries, someone's just going to try you in October. And someone is just ridiculous, someone that's not even worth your time, something like that. They're just going to test to see how much they can get away when it comes to you. And it could be that person you had unfinished business with. All right, let's go ahead and do your yes, no, or maybe, and I think we're good. Okay, so Aquarius, think of a question, and I'm going to answer it, okay? Be realistic. If you already know the answer, why are you wasting time and energy? If you need confirmation, then here you go. All right. What is the answer to Aquarius question? Yes, no, maybe. We'll pull out 3 that match. I'm going to take this as sideways. So I'm not taking that one because it has 2 different answers. Ooh, this one came out like this. The other one went back in. Pretty easy. Okay, so your answer to your question is, I just take these other ones. It's a yes. All right. There is potential for success, healing, and recovery of a wish come true, going towards that direction and having happiness. These are all like, I can see them all positive, 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 positive. So the answer is a big fat yes. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, and check out TikTok. Bye. All right. Let's continue with Gemini. 2150. Gemini, welcome to Cruising Tarot. I'm here for entertainment purposes. I try to focus on clarity and truth. Let's see here. Let's see. Go ahead and start your reading, your overall energy for October. See what's happening. Please like, share, and subscribe, guys. That's the only way it keeps me motivated to keep doing this. If not, I'm just going to do the readings that I enjoy. I'm also on TikTok if you want to check that out. Let's see. Gemini, what we got for you for the month of October. I don't know if you guys are like a Gemini like me. I love October. I wish I didn't have to work in the month of October, but I love October. It says Cosmos, higher purpose, inner self, connect. All right. So let's see what else. What does that mean? You know? Let's see here. Let me get the other cards and I'll start the reading. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some for you guys. So let's get a starting point. There we go. Overall energy for love. You're single and you're taken. Let's pull some for your career, your family and friends, blessings, and then obstacles. We're reading in a minute. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Okay, so overall in the month of October, you're finding purpose. You're connecting with something again that made you feel good. That's really what it means. Or connecting with something new that makes you feel good. What do I mean? It's like you're doing something and you're finding purpose in it. You're finding motivation. You're finding energy. You're finding it makes you happy, whether it's something big or small. All right, let's go ahead and get the overall, singles, and then taken. Wow. All right, so let's pull some cards. Overall energy of love for you guys. Okay, what's happening? You know what? It almost, I don't know why I didn't say this. For some of you guys, you're just getting a lot of love and connections with the community. Like a lot of people are like, I don't know how to, especially if you're a male energy, guys, you are getting a lot of attention within your community. A lot of, In you feminine energies, I think you're getting a lot of men checking you out or supporting you somehow in your community. There's a lot of hope, there's a lot of guidance, and there's a lot of healing possibly here with someone. I think someone's going to stand out for you guys more than anybody else. Whoever this is maybe a fire sign, and it could be someone who's just very passionate or hot-headed. I don't know how to say that. Like they have a short fuse, or they're very, I don't know, aggressive in a way. I mean, it could be bad or good. I don't know. It just depends on the situation. All right. So, okay. So if you're single, let's see what we got for you guys. Single. Here's the deal, guys. Someone here, I don't know if you are viewing someone that you maybe thought you'd be connected with, could connect with, someone interested in you. I don't know. Maybe someone seeing you like this. Someone is being seen here as risky business. Someone who is not worth the time. Maybe a time waster. Possibly it's not worth it. Sorry to say it this way. Why? Because there's a lot of, either someone here is being a smartass or being very negative verbally, or is being talked about very negative, like very negative conversations about someone here. And there's some kind of loss or potential loss of respect. This is if you're single, someone is seeing you, you're seeing someone as risky, karmic, not worth. Karmic's like not meant to last. It's just there for a lesson of some sort, or to learn something out of this, whether people learn from it or not. There's a lot of, like, someone has a bad reputation, someone loves to talk shit about somebody else, and that seems very disrespectful of some sorts. That's going to happen in the month of October, okay? So if you're taken, this is for you. And then we'll continue with the rest of the topics, all right? So hang in there, singles. Hang in there. All right, let's see here. What's happening for my taken Geminis? Okay, this just talks about a never-ending situation or topic with someone that you already have some kind of connection with, or interest in, or investment in, or emotion for. And this talks about talking about some kind of fear. Maybe someone's going to try to clear the air with you with them, and trying to put like an ending to something that kept going around in circles. Or there's something about if someone's fearing this is never going to end, never getting to the point. So what am I saying? Even if you're in a connection, I could be talking about someone else, right? There's a lot of people here. So just because you're in a connection doesn't mean I'm talking about your spouse. It could be someone else. Why? Because again, 1, 2, 3, 4 people here. All right. So what am I saying is that maybe you're finding what makes you happy in your connection. If it's your spouse, you're clearing the air on what you want, because you want to get to a certain point already. You don't want to just keep going around in circles and feeling frustrated about this anymore. If it's about someone else, you're finding it's like closure or acceptance of some sorts with this connection. I think you're not going to let it be hanging over like a heavy dark cloud over you, and because it may still keep going around in circles. It's going to remain unfinished business for some of you guys. All right, let's go ahead and move over to career. Oh, my stomach's growling. Okay, so let's see what's happening for career money for you guys. Oh, I forgot to pull it last time. I'm going to pull some oracles for you guys. I forgot to do it for Aquarius. Sorry. Oh, sorry, babies. All right, let's see what's happening for my Geminis when it comes to money and career. Or career, or money and career. I don't know, whatever. Whoa. I one just flew out there. All right, so this is pretty much straight to the point, guys. This is about your money and or career. Something's going to be made fair. You're going to get a blessing. You're going to have an opportunity with something that should be more difficult, or it was difficult. You've seen difficult in the past. You've dealt with this in the past for some of you guys. You just couldn't deal with it. And then now it's coming back and saying, hey, do you want this answer? Do you want this to be unlocked? Do you want to scratch this ticket and actually have a door open for you? Something like that. So something in October is going to be made easier when it comes to your money and or career. I'm not saying you win the lottery, guys. That'd be great if you did. Don't forget about me. But I'm just saying that it's going to feel a little bit like that because, you know, let's say at your job, there's like only 3 positions you could ever move up to, right? But those people are going to be there until their skeleton, or they're like, it's engraved into their desk, or their eyebrows are longer than their hair. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. And you just never saw it as happening because they're never going to retire. Some people just don't ever know when to stop. And then all of a sudden this person's like, you know what? I've decided I am going to go fishing. I am going to go retire soon. And you are this, like, you're seeing this as an opportunity. You felt like it couldn't happen, and now it's happening. And then they're telling you directly, like, they want you to apply for it because they're interested in you. You know what I'm saying? Something kind of like that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's happening with family and or friends. Okay, what is this about? Okay, maybe not one more. Okay, so I hate to say it like this, but I'm going to say it like this, guys. Okay, sorry, my chair squeaks a lot. So there's just going to be a reincarnation of a connection with your family and or friends. You guys are going to come back together only after someone is sick. Only if someone is sick about this. Only after someone feels so guilty that they're sick. And it could be literally that they're sick and now they're having a conscience and then they want to fix things with you. All right. And then they want to come together. They want you to be part of the family, like be part of their, you know, this is a family room. This only family comes here. Something like that. Sorry to say it this way. And it could be you doing this to someone else. That's why I say someone, because I don't know who's who sometimes. Okay, what is your blessing and obstacle in October? Okay, your blessing. Give me more on the blessing. Okay, so you're just you're really confused up in your mind about some kind of risk that you're wanting to take. It could be like investing in something, maybe taking an opportunity for a new job or applying for a new job. It could be something that you're really confused and mixed about whether to do this or not, take this risk, but your expectation will be met. Something like that. Like whatever you expect will happen. Something like that. Okay, so hopefully you expect something good. What is your obstacle? All right, let's see. Obstacle for my Geminis. And I still forgot to, okay, I'll pull it in a minute. I still forgot to do the oracles for the thing. Anyways, mystery, secret, jealousy, deep inside. Okay, so you know what I'm thinking here? There's just a really, for some of you guys, there's something that you were not aware of. Something that you were not aware of. It could be something like about your family, friends, or your partner, or whatever. There's something that you were not aware of. You will find out. And you will feel like either really jealous or really closed off or cold. Because whatever this is deep for some of you guys in October. And this could be about you, Geminis, not necessarily the other person. It could be there's some kind of secret that's being exposed or said about you. And it will make you feel like, you know, like Someone's jealous now, or someone's gonna treat you cold. They're gonna be cold with you. And why? Because this was deep. Sorry. All right, let me just go ahead and pull the oracles. And again, I'm going to have a yes or no at the very end. So just hold on for that one. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some oracles for Geminis for the month of October, money and or career. See what we got for Geminis. Anything else? Okay, so so if you guys are going to school, I mean, it tells me that you are taking the necessary steps. If you are not going to school or considering it, maybe you should consider that, or learning something new. Being open to learn something new is what it's telling me. And it's telling me that's the golden steps to success here. To learn something new. Learn it if you can. Alright. Let me see. I should have done this for Aquarius too. So, alright. So who is the biggest person that you need to be aware? The most intense person that affects you personally, Gemini, in the month of October. And well, how would you know who this person is? Oop. Great, squeaky mess. Okay. Why are you dealing with this person then? Let me see if I can pull it from these cards too. Okay, shit. Alright, so here's the deal. Who you're going to be dealing with, someone a liar, trickster, manipulator, trying to handle you more than anything. Why are you dealing with this person? Some kind of drama is going to be stirred about this person that involves you, or they're going to come try to stir the pot. They're trying to come in because they feel alienated by you, possibly. And then they want to work with you, or they want, because work really sticks out, or they want you to rescue them, or they want you to work with them somehow. Okay, so what do I mean? It's like, let's say you have a customer and it's a bullshit liar. They lied to you about billing or something. I'm just giving you some examples. And they were trying to manipulate you or the company to give them a discount. I don't know, some stupid shit like that. And then they're coming in to start some kind of drama that involves you because they feel like you don't want to talk to them, and they're wanting you to handle them, even though they know that they've been assholes. You're like thinking, that could be anyone. All right, let's see what your feelings. What are your feelings in the month of October? How are you going to feel in the month of October overall? Oh, a couple of emotions, because we can have a lot of emotions. Let's see what's happening with Geminis. Jesus. Okay, so it's funny that they're both came out one after the other. So there's something you were very tempted to end and close off, because you feel very regretful when it comes to this. And it can be a person or a situation. What do I mean? Like something you've been very tempted to, like soda is my biggest fucking addiction. Soda, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, oh my god. Anyways, and this is just one ridiculous example, but I'm tempted always with this thing. I'm trying to close it out because I want to restart how I feel about this drink or whatever, and trying to start new because I'm getting fat and this is my massive regret. And then there's also about love-hate. There's a love-hate situation you've been dealing with, or a thing. Let's say like you love or hate your job, right? And you feel like you've been very emotional, like very passionate, and then very hateful towards this, and it's just reckless. Like it's become a nightmare. You feel like it's just reckless. All right, let's go ahead and do your yes or no or maybe. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's see. Let's pull Geminis for your realistic. Sorry, couldn't put those in. Question. We're going to answer yes, no, maybe. Please be realistic. And if you already know the answer, why you're asking me. All right, let's see here. Yes, no, maybe for Geminis. All right, I'm just going to take it how it came out like that. Yes, no, maybe for Geminis. Okay, so your answer is yes. There's something about this, just talks about a new opportunity, abundance, or new opportunity. It may be one-time deal of opportunity for some of you guys. Something's coming together, celebration, or you're going to have the support finally, or it's coming together. And then we have here someone's determined, someone's looking for some kind of success or will to do this now. All right, this is all I got, guys. Adios. Hi, Libra. Welcome to Cruising Tarot. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull your overall, then I'm going to pull some cards for different topics. And then I'm going to pull some oracles. And then I'm going to finally pull the yes/no questions for you. If you like these kind of readings, please like, share, and subscribe and follow so I can grow. More information in the description box. And I'm also on TikTok for quickie messages. All right, so here we go. What we got for Libra? Libras. Let's see what we got for Libra. Destruction. Wow, I think last month I just end of the hand. Don't repeat to rebuild. Okay. You've dealt with the disaster. You're still dealing with some kind of disaster for some of you guys in the month of October. We're dealing with the aftershock of a disaster. Whoops, I need to grab these two. I almost didn't combine them. Something like that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick some topics here. Things have maybe been a little bit chaotic, crazy. It's like trying to maintain some kind of control, right? Okay, so we've got love overall, singles, and then taken. And then we'll do career, family, friends, blessings, and obstacles. I feel like that's a pretty good topic or things to talk about. All right, overall energy for your love. Someone's feeling alone after, you know, I'm getting the whole self-destructive kind of attitude here also. Somebody is complaining that they feel alone because someone ruined everything, or you feel like you ruin everything. Something like that. I can't even shuffle right now. I'm getting tired. Let's see, what is this about? What do you got for the love? Solitude. Why are we feeling lonely? Didn't flip completely, so I'm not taking it. You're feeling alone because things are just being like not clear. Things are not clearing up. What I mean, there's something that happened in the past between you guys, and it's almost like something happened with someone. It might not be the person you're with right now, maybe someone in the past, and it was just very destructive. You felt it's like there's a part of you still feels a void. Like, you know, if you had someone in the past and you gave them everything, 100% of you, and then there's different areas of you that you opened up with this person, and then it was very destructive, very hard, they were mean, whatever happened between you guys, you closed off 100%. And you could have met someone new, you could be with someone new right now, but you haven't opened up 100% with this other person because you still feel like expanding. You're not sure if you want to open up. You don't know if this is going to grow because you're still holding on to what happened in the past with someone else or this person. All right, so singles. What's happening with my singles? And for some of you guys, you're thinking, going back to this, I just seen that, you're not sure if you have the support of expansion. Like you don't know if it's going to go anywhere else with this person. Like you don't know how this is going to go. Okay, let me go back to my single. Sorry, I just really wanted to say that. If you are single, this is for you. All this talks about is you are super focused. If you're the feminine energy, you're really super focused on issues. You're really focused on the damage that has been done. You are really focused on obstacles. You're the negativity about something, like what is the point? It's never gonna happen kind of attitude. Someone's never gonna change, or I'm never gonna change, or something like that. So what do I mean? Like if you're single, you're still thinking about someone else. If you're the feminine energy, I think some of you guys are thinking about someone else, and you're thinking that things will never change with this person. Like, what is the point? And this is who you're holding on to, with the idea that things will never change with someone in the month of October. All right, let's see if you're taken. Wow. In October, you're waiting. You're gonna need some patience. Patience in waiting for someone to have the opportunity to come together and fix something with someone. You're waiting. So if you're with this person and you're just waiting for things to get better between you guys, you're just gonna keep waiting in October. Or this is like, even if it's someone you're not with and you're with someone else, you're hoping that you guys, especially if you have children or some kind of, you're that type of person who just can't help yourself but make your exes into friends. You're waiting for the right chance to do that. Or if you have kids or you have family that are just they're all get along, or they're all together, you're waiting for the right chance for things to come back together somehow. Maybe not necessarily to be like together as lovers, but more together as friends, or at least not to be really shitty with each other, to fix things somehow. To a certain point, I guess I can kind of understand that. I mean, I live in a really small town, so that would be weird to have an ex around here. I don't know how people do that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what your career looks like. All right, so accomplishments. Accomplish. And I know it came upside down. Look, I am thinking that either I know it came upside down, right? So whatever this accomplishment is, I think you're going to hide it. I think you're going to be more humble and not express it as much. Something like that. Or have some kind of accomplishment that you keep it to yourself somehow. I don't know why. The answer, something that it was unlocked, and now you have some kind of promise, bond, or something you're committed to. It's like a new commitment, but it's almost like for some of you guys, you're keeping it quiet because until it happens is what I'm getting. You've accomplished something to get a contract or a deal with something, so you're waiting until it's done. It is true. I try to, like, some of you guys don't tell everybody everything, because then all of a sudden everything doesn't go very well, and it's like you're wondering, I wonder who wished it bad on me, who didn't want this to happen for me, because it does happen. I hate to say it. All right, let me go ahead and pull some oracles for your career. I forgot to do that for Aquarius. All right, see what we got for Libras for money and career. Okay, so it's time to take a visit to the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. Real passion. Like, reflect on really what you want to do. What makes you happy. What, if I could not do, I'm not a good salesman. So, but if you Libras are a good salesman, you can make anything and sell it, then do it. So something like that. All right. I can never do my passion because people ruin it, and I just can't make money off my passions. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to family and friends, right? And then blessings, obstacles, oracles, and then yes, no, maybe. So, family, friends, what we got? Woo. Wow, 2 different boats came out here, guys. These both are actually, they both mean movement. Okay. Someone in your family circle is going to help you move forward with something great that you had some plans in the future. Like somebody in your family or friends, sorry, I almost stuttered. You're going to have like someone helping you push forward. Like they're going to help you push forward into the future somehow. And it could be about a vehicle too, helping you with the vehicle. But I think they're going to show you they support your future more than anything. Wow. Why am I getting weird accents? All right. Blessings and obstacles. Alrighty. Blessings. Let's see what we got. Okay. You're just going to have a lot of opportunities is what it's telling me. I think you're going to feel like the belle of the ball when it comes to opportunities. You're going to be focused on, and then for some of you guys, it has to do with feminine energy. It's going to help you gain all these opportunities. That's cool. That's cool. What about an obstacle? What obstacle are you facing, though? It's just beginning something new, taking the first step, taking a leap of faith. Whenever something comes in, it's going to require for you to take a leap of faith because it's going to I think it has to do with your taking like a risk and being guided to it. I think you're going to have to figure out whether you want to take this risk or not. I think because you haven't healed from something that's still cloudy, that's still on your mind, it'll be very difficult for you to take this leap of faith with someone or something. And it could be that you feel like you might ruin everything, or something might get ruined, or the other person is very destructive here. And it's like you don't trust it. All right, let me go ahead and pull the oracles. Oracles, and then we'll be done. Okay, let's see. How are you going to feel in the month of October? How are you going to feel in the month of October? For some of you guys, if you're very spiritual or hippie, I don't know how else to say that. I'm not trying to insult anybody who's very meditates and all this stuff. I mean, I do it. There's people who really like their energy, even you can sense the energy of this kind of thing. If you're this kind of person, I think you're going to feel more grounded if you actually are healing your inner child. I don't know how else to speak that kind of language, and also be more childish, but in emotions, like be happier, do simple things, connect spiritually, but in the inner child, like things like, children in the past don't have, or children right now shouldn't really, but they used to not have problems like they do now. Or like make it simple, like adults, we have all kinds of problems and things are in our mind. It just be more childlike in a way. I'm not saying childlike and being immature to everybody else, but just saying just be free spirits, like when you meditate, pretend like there's no problems you're carrying at the time. Like you're just a child and everybody's paying the bills and you're just playing and having fun and being happy and laughing. Okay, and then someone's there to heal your boo-boos. Okay, what else? So if you need your mama, go get a hug from your mama. If you don't have a mama, go look for a feminine energy that helps you and is friendly, that can give you that hug. All right, so, damn, okay. So, there's going to be some kind of wish come true, but only if you manifest it. It may have to do with love, or may not have to. There's going to be some kind of divorce, separation, child support, or getting a ticket, some kind of legal documentation that's not going to seem nice. And before you take it drastic, it could be just like you ran a red light and you got a ticket now. You know, something like that. You parked illegally. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and pull your yes, no, maybe, and we'll be done. Let's see. Libras. Let's go ahead. I'm going to separate these to shuffle them a little bit better. Yes, no, maybe for my Libras. Remember, make it realistic. And if you already know the answer, why you're wasting my time and why you're wasting your energy. Okay, for my Libras, yes, no, maybe. For your answer. And again, guys, please support my channel if you can. I would totally appreciate it. Share and check out TikTok. Okay. Wow, it just did a double confirmation on a new for you guys. Alrighty. I don't know if it's supposed to come up upside down. Okay. So someone needs to end some kind of internal conflict. There's more internal conflict. That's the problem here. You need to recognize your authentic feelings. You need to express authentic feelings. You need to control or have to deal with your authentic feelings. It talks about this talks about disinterest or disappointment. So if you really want something, why are you not going for it? Why are you acting like nonchalant or something like that? Like it's boring. And then there's something about you maybe having self-discipline when it comes to this issue, or lacking discipline. All right, this is all I got. Bye.